Welcome to C# Job Estimator system. So I'm going to start by clicking on a new project and just right there give it a name, call it job_estimator. There, click on OK, and right there, that's my form. The next thing I will do is just to set the properties of the form as follows. That will be 700 here, and the other one will be 1366. Set the back color to black right there. Might as well just type in black there. And the next thing I will do now is go to my tools right there, select tools, and I need frames, and I also need tab control, and I need a panel, two of those, two panels right there. Change the color of that very panel to control. Let me change that to control right there. And the size of this very panel will be 650 by approximately 300. So let's just make a copy of that. Click, hold, control, and drag. There. Now I have my panel ready. Select this other one, just move that. Okay, it's looking good. And the next thing is this very tab control right there. Move that up and just change the size to 1300, maybe by 200 there. So the next thing is I will now import my data. Okay, let's import my database. Click, let's add data right there. Add the data. Click on next again to locate my database. Select that and change that to Microsoft Access, and browse to wherever your database might be. I have mine somewhere here, and that is my database right there. So get rid of the admin because I don't need that. Test the database to make sure it's working as expected. That's good, it's working fine. Click on OK. Click on next. This message is just telling you that database will be saved inside the project folder. Click yes, that's fine. Next. And let's select this very table because the database I intend to use is right here, job S, as the job details right there. Okay, click on finish there. Once all of that is ready, next thing I will do now is to go back to the database, show data source, and that's the data source right there. I now need this very data right there, this very icon. Drag that and just drop it in there. And I also need the details. So open up the details. I need all of these components in here. I'm just going to drag them. Just drag this, drop it in there. So all of that is ready. So what I will do next is just speed up the design of the interface and get back to you guys. Okay guys, this is how my interface is looking right now. Let me just run it so that you guys can have a quick look at it. That is how it's looking right now. I also added some buttons that does nothing right now, but you see this very receipt. I would like that somewhere in here, so I'm going to move this text box and just place it right in there. Okay, so let's come in here and just cut that and just paste it right in here. There. Okay, it's not that visible. Let me cut it back and just change the back color of this. make it a little bit darker, or maybe use control for it. Yeah, control will be fine. There. So now paste that and change this to, yeah, that's fine, multiple line, drag. So maybe about that. That's the receipts right now. That'll be the receipt. I might as well just get this data in here. Okay, let's copy and paste that in here in the text area. There. And here on number 2, that is my database really. Let's select this and move this so I can select that. So that is maybe database. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back to the receipt itself. Back to the receipt itself. Yeah. Click on that. So that's fine. So if I run it now, though nothing is happening, no calculation has been, or no coding has taken place yet, there's nothing that is happening right now. Okay, the whole idea of this very tutorial is to enable our customer to be able to use this application as a job estimator. Okay, the following data are not required, so I'm just going to go into the application itself and delete that. Okay, I am inside the folder where I saved my job estimator, just looking for the database. There it is. The whole idea is to get rid of this data in there. I don't need it. So enable the content and come in here, and that is the data I'm talking about. That's it right there. So I'm just going to delete that. Right click, delete record. Yes, that's fine. Save, close, and I can then close this. Just close that. If I run it again, you will notice there's nothing on the system anymore. Run it. That's it. It's all gone. Okay. The next thing is just to move these ones down a little bit. Let's move that up and move these 2 panels down a bit. Just take it down. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna need more room in there. Or maybe just collapse these ones a little bit. No, undo. Okay. Okay, now I have enough room here to do 1 or 2 modification. So let's add a label. Let's look for the label right there. That's my label there. Change the text contents, change the fonts to maybe white, and change that to something a little bit readable. Okay, that's about right. And let's just copy, make another copy, a duplicate copy, and give that a name. LBL, that will be time. That's good. And the next one will be LBL date. Right. Okay. I would actually place them at the far end each. So let that stay right there. And the next one right here. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Move that a little bit. Okay, the next thing is before that, let me get my timer. I need a timer right there. Double click on the timer. That's timer 1. Now double click on the form itself and enter the following variable. That's the variable I intend to use, but I will then go straight into my timer Now let me go into my timer right there. Here I'll double click inside the timer. I will declare that same variable in there. Then let's say LBL time, which is this, dot text equals date dot, and we want it to be long time string. Yeah, that's it. And there. Okay, that is for the timer. Now let's go back to the form load. That's the form load right there. So with the form load, let's go for LBL date dot text equals date dot long date, that very one there. Now that is inside the timer. Now we need to be able, let's enter that in there. Now we need to be able to load the timer. So let's say timer 1 dot start. Okay, right. So if I run this program now, let's run it and you guys see what we've put together. You can see that's the date and that is the time. You can see the time is real time, and that is the date. It is long, and that's why we have December right there, 28th of December. Okay, so that is that taken care of. The time is out of the way. The next thing is to be able to entering data in here won't be any problem. It's just the next thing is to take care of the calculations. And this, look at this, we need to change that to lowercase. Okay, close that and maybe just get that sorted right now. Okay, come in here, change that to lowercase, that's fine. And this, we don't need this, get rid of that. Move all of this down, let's move it down, that is better. And we then need, I think we're going to need 1 or 2 more components, just one actually. Move this up, get this a little bit down, and we need a combo box or a checkbox really. Let's go for a checkbox there, right there, and that will be CHK discount. Okay, and once that is checked, that means you do want discount. Okay, let's come in here, enter customer discount. Change the font size. Let's change the font to something readable. We go for 18 right there. So this and this actually work together. Move this up and this up. Alright. Okay, if I run the program, this is how it sort of like looks right now. So let's continue. Let's click that. More space in there. Okay, that is fine. Alright, the next thing we need to do is to continue with the coding. So maybe we should take care of the reference first. Let's take care of that. And the name of this is okay, job ID text. Okay, just like I said earlier on, the next thing I'll do now is let me take care of the job reference number first. So double click on that and just enter as follows. You can see that's the job reference number as an integer, and I have make it a randomized method, so the reference is going to be between 1000 and 32,000 plus. Okay, it's now converted to a string, and then it will be stored or assigned into this text box. So if I run the program right now and just move this up a bit, click on total, that's what you get, that's the job reference number. Okay, so you can then just enter a name there, maybe Michael or Mike. Maybe Anthony. Okay, let's enter date of birth, email, there, and telephone number, address, date road. Okay, that's just tells if that's working. Officially, you have to click on that so that you be allocated a role. So if we end up, and let's say we enter a name in there again, Mike, and right in here, Mike King's, date of birth 12/12/90, email address there, and telephone number 079 whatever, and address is Lawson Way. Okay, if we come in here, enter some data in there. Okay, what we want the system to do when I click on this and check this is to do the following calculation. Okay, that's what happened. I have my job reference number there. If I click on add, you see all of those information is now displayed on this very table right there. And we also need the receipt here. When I click on this, I want this to open. Maybe I should move the receipt to the right. Okay, let's do that. Move this to the right there. That's much better. Okay, with that ready, let's just run it again. That's working, and I have my date there, I have time there. So what I would do now is, by closing this and just double click on this, then right up here I will declare the following variables. So I'm going to need my double job details, so it's going to be a global variable. I will also need another double let's make that label double, and that will become travel. Yeah, just make that capital. Then I need another double, that will be plastic. Double, make that copper, and that will be chrome. Then I will need tags. That's it right there. So the other, let me declare let's declare an array, because I'm going to need that for most of the calculation. Let's say array I equals new double. Okay, oh come on. Alright, so let's make that 5, and that is how you declare an array in C#. Okay, alright, so what I'll do next is, now that I have my array in place, I will then assign all of the following. I think let's do that now. Okay, let's go to the button right here. Let's come right there. Okay, now that we have the variable sorted as a global variable, we go straight into the form, double click on the form load right here on the form load. I will enter as follows: I, and that's supposed to be the very first variable, equals 24.99. That's for my very first array there. Then I1 itself, I1 equals, which is for the travel there. Let me just copy and change the data in there. So that is I2, I3, and I4. Okay, change all of the content in here. That is for maybe copper. Let's make that copper, and this one might be maybe chrome, and this maybe plastic. There. Now I have all my prices in place. So maybe I should just let me just get rid of all of these. Actually, let's put it inside my total button right here, underneath here, there. Okay, and up here, let's go for the variable label equals double. Okay, dot purse, and that will be the label itself, which is right here, dot text there. So what I will then do is I'll take this very label, bring it here, multiply that. That is the label sorted. So if I repeat exactly the same thing, I think I will get my system working much better, and that is it. So let's come up here. This will be, that will become travel. That will be travel. Yeah, there. And this will be maybe copper. There's an error, so that means it's wrong. Plastic. Am I right? Yeah, the plastic. And this will be chrome. I think maybe it's underscore pipe. Yeah, that is correct. It has an underscore underneath. Yeah, repeat the same thing for this. Yeah, that's fine. And here as well. Okay, copper. Yeah, there was a spelling mistake, I remember. Okay. Alright, let's just look for the name for copper itself. That's it, copper. Let's get the name right there. Yeah, that's that of copper. Copy it. Come in here. Get that sorted. there. That's copper sorted. So this will be travel there, and here this is copper, and here we have plastic. That'll be chrome. Okay, now all of the variables are in place. All I just need to do now is to multiply that by travel, and this multiply this other array by, that's copper, multiply this other one by chrome, and the last one will be multiply that by plastic. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So what that means is any value that is entered into any of these text box is multiplied by the standard price for labor, which is £24.99, and the travel and so on. So what I then need is, I think I have another variable called job details right there. Copy job details and just bring it down here. That's job details. With the job details, I'm going to use that to sum up all of my arrays. So let's say I equals 0 plus I 1 plus I 2 plus I 3 plus I 4. That is it. And just enter my semicolon right there. So I have the total of everything in here inside details, which I will then store inside my, let's go for subtotal. Oh yeah, let's go for the tax. For tax equals text. Okay, I think we need to convert first. Okay, I think what I should do first is, let me declare a local variable here. I'll just call that, let's say, double net tax. Alright, so I have a variable called net tax. So net tax will be as follows. So net tax equals this. Now I will now assign net tax into my tax right there. So to do that, let's come down here, system there, dot convert dot to string. Yes, yeah, there we go. There. Okay, that is that taken care of. So that means if I run it, I should be able to get whatever the tax might be. Alright, supposing we want to add subtotal as well. Let me get the subtotal into place. Subtotal dot text equals, let's just copy all of this. Copy all of that, paste it in there, and that will be details, job details, right in there. So that's the subtotal. Let me run it and see what will happen. Let's just run it. Enter whatever value we want to enter in there. Okay, click on total. Yeah, and the tax in this case is 0, so I need to get that sorted. Let's find out what happened. Okay, let's go back into our code and find out. Alright, that is the tax. That should have had, there's no value in there. Okay, that's my tax. Good. Now come right down. I must have taken it off mistakenly. Okay, now let's run it again and see what will happen. Okay, so enter some values in there. And just click on total. Yeah, so that's working as expected. All I just need to do is to convert all of these to pound sign. Okay, so let's come back in here, double click on that total again right there. I also need to get a total, so the total will be, let's go for total dot text equals, let's say system, copy all of this, paste that in here, and let's add this to job details. Yeah, that works as expected. And the next thing is to get it converted. Let's take care of that of total first. Total, let's convert it to pound sign. Total equals string dot format. Okay, open a bracket and curly bracket 0.c, close the curly bracket, close that, comma, double dot puts, and just enter the total in there, and that should do it. Yeah, that should do that. So if I run it now, only the total, you will see the pound sign anyway. And let's enter anything in here, and click, and that's the total does have the pound sign. So let's just copy total, copy, need 4 of those. Then this other one is called, let's get this, we have that, and this very one I'm gonna need that. Copy that, come back in here and change this there. And tax, copy tax, change it to tax there. And subtotal, change that to subtotal there. If I run the program now, hopefully everything should have the pound sign. And let's put a 0 here just in case we end up with an error. Okay, that's it. They all have a pound sign, so the formatting is working as expected. Okay, let's take care of this check button. Now come in here and double click on total. I think for that, let's double click on the form load. In the form load, let's say chk discount dot checked equals false. Right, so that is fine. Now let's go inside the total. So right here, all of these will become, let's say if chk this discount dot checked equals false. Okay, that is my first if statement. If it's false, all of this will be carried out. as you can see, discount is 0 right there. Okay, supposing if it's true, copy all of that. If it's true, let's change this one to true. If it's true, instead of this becoming 0, that will become all of these here. This is how the whole program is looking right now. Let's just try it out. Enter some numbers in there. Okay, click on total, and that is there without checking or without any discount. So let's say there's a discount there. So that's the discount. You have £33.98 as your discount. So let's say there's no discount there, so that's not bad. I will now add some buttons there. Let's close that, open up the form, and right there I need buttons, a couple of those too for my calculator. I'll just speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay guys, this is how the interface is looking right now. So if I run it, let's go to the proceed area. You see there's nothing happening there and nothing happens here. So let's close that, and we now need to double click on or select all of these first. Let me select all of those and give that, just assign an event to all of these very buttons there. Go to the property, click on event right here, and go to where it says click. So it's going to be click event, button click. Press enter and enter the following lines of codes, right, for the buttons. So what I would do next is maybe come up here and declare as follows. Let's declare that will be first number, and declare second number as well, second number. Then let's declare answer, then followed by string. Let's make that operations with an S. Okay, those are the variables I intend to use for this very calculator, all of those. Okay, the next thing is let's assign an event to those buttons. So let's just call it calculate function. Click on that and just right here enter as follows. So that'll be operations then S. Okay, that is for the operation. So if I run this program now, I can enter some values in here. Okay, that's fine. If I click on this, nothing happens because I haven't actually asked it to do much. Alright, so let's take care of that. Okay, the next thing is to double click on the equals sign and enter the following lines of codes. That's got to do with using select case. So, and that is that there for the equals sign right there. So all we just need to do now is maybe try it out before we continue. So let's say 9 plus 6 equals that. That's correct. Okay, so let's, but the clear is not working and the backspace is not working either. Alright, so let's take care of that. Now come in here, double click on that. and enter the following lines of code in the backspace. Now what is left is the decimal. With the decimal place, we just enter the following lines of codes right there. Okay, and I think that's all for the calculator right now. So if I run it, let's click on that, I can enter in decimal, multiply that by 2, and that is correct. Okay, so all that is left for us to do now is to take care of this currency converter. Alright, double click on that and just come in here, make that invisible. That should be double C. That's fine. Okay, that's taken care of. We also need, let me see, have we taken care of the, okay, we need to take care of that, and we declare button. Take care of that. Paste that in there. That's for declare. I think there's a 0 in there. Yeah. So let's enter a 0 in there. Okay. Declare is taken care of. Okay, the next thing is to declare the following variables for the converter really. So let's declare those as a global variable underneath here. Those are the variables I intend to use for the converter. Okay, so also I also need those countries to show on the right here. Let's move this down a bit. This very one, the combo box, I want the countries to show on it. So let's double click on form load and just enter those countries right here. Those are the countries that I want to display. So if I run this program now and click on, let's select it first, click on that, I can always drop this down. Those are the countries that I want to display on my system. I think this works as well. Let's see, that's working. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's good. It's sorted. Alright, that is fine. Now the next thing is, let's come down here, move this away, and just double click on this to enter the conversion codes. So we now enter the conversion codes right there. There they are. Those are the conversion codes. Okay, let me show it to you guys. Take it from the top here. Okay, those are the conversion codes. Move it down. Alright, up to here. So let's run it and see if that works. I mean, yeah, enter whatever country, enter maybe some value in there, convert, and that is fine. Okay, let's see if we change it. That's correct. Let's change it to Nigerian. That is fine. So it's working as expected. Okay, so the next thing I now need to do is to get this one sorted. So double click on the close sign and just say that visible equals true, and that one is taken care of. Now come here, pull this to cover it. Yeah, okay, so finally we need to take care of this very button right here. I think this 1, 2 and 3 needs to be taken care of, so maybe we take care of the exit button first. Double click on that. So with the exits, all we just need to do is application dot exit there. So that's taken care of. Now let's take care of cancel. So we need label dot text equals there. That's for label, and semicolon there. That's for label. We need travel copper dot text Chrome. Okay, this dot checked equals false. Let's go for Chrome. And we also need, let's enter a semicolon here. Yeah, that's fine. As for Chrome, we need tax as tax subtotal. So I'll just speed this up because this seems a bit boring. Let's speed it up. Okay, the following lines of codes are just for the reset button, so that's fine now. And finally, let's take care of the receipt. So we need the name of, yep, we got it. That's the name right there. Get that. So double click on receipt, enter as follows, dot append there. Okay, so let's see. So what I want is, now I run the system, I want this to show up. So let me just copy this and underline it. Let's come in here, underline. Okay, if I run the system now and come right here, click on that, that's what we get. Okay, maybe we need to move this up a little bit. Okay, let's see, take it up a bit. Okay, so that's fine. And what I just need to add in there, I'm going to have to speed this up because of time. Okay, let's speed it up. Okay guys, the receipt is ready, and those are the lines of code for the receipt. I suppose you guys can see it. Let me just show it to you again. That's the line of code for the lines of code for the receipt. Okay, let's have another look there. So if I run the program now, let's run the program. Click on that to add some data in there, and right there enter name for that. So that will be Alan, and the surname will be Alan Dallas. Then the address, let's say he lives on now hallway, let's say 16 hallway road, new time. Okay, London. Okay, that might seem to be too much for that, I don't know. Okay, now date of birth 19. Okay, that's his date of birth, and email address at gmail.com, and telephone number 07 whatever there. And we are actually using 4 meters of copper pipe, 7 meters of chrome pipe, 9 meters of plastic pipe. And distance travel, let's make that 5 miles. And oh sorry, that is hour walk, 5 hours, and distance travel, make that 8 miles. So all we just need to do is maybe we give him a discount, click on total there. So we can always add all of these data straight into our database right there. Okay, that's it. You see all of those information, and if we want, we can also just add a new data. Okay, let's go straight into the receipt. You click on the receipt. There's nothing here, as you can see. Click on receipt, and those are the information right there in the receipt. We can also convert this very currency. Let's enter 362.702, maybe US dollars, and that is it. That's what you get. Okay, and if you want, you can just add all of these together and see what they will come into. And that is how we use the job estimator. Okay, so with that, I'll just call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you all enjoyed. If you have any need for the code, you can always get in touch with me. Send me an email, but make sure you subscribe. You have a nice day now.